Everyone, welcome back to Evony with Genghis. So, big day again! Evony, Elena, they release topics or possible topics and give players an opportunity to write in what topics they would like in the upcoming developer call. So, this actually kind of is convincing me that maybe this is a little bit of a response to the coin strike. They've never done this before. Also doing the hidden alliance gift thing so no one could see that you spent money. It's kind of, there's a lot of coincidences, and I'll tell you, I don't really believe in coincidences. That's what one player I used to play with, Enigma, once said when someone spilled the beans about something to another alliance, and he's like, I don't really believe in coincidences, guys. Don't believe everybody denying that they had anything to do with it. So I'm kind of on board that this is a response. I'm open to hearing what they say. I personally haven't been coining. I've been on my own coin strike for basically almost all of 2024. The only time I did coin was that Dragon Battle event, and where they gave out lots of Blood of Ares and Rune Stones and Refined Stones. Anyways, let's look at the topics that they've had. So the first 5 are the ones that Elena has posted. So account banned. Yeah, people want to talk about it. I put a check mark. Yeah. Terms of service. To be honest, I don't care to talk about it with them unless it's going to say allow all alts. Like you can own as many accounts as you want. If it's like about the walking back, the spying and stuff, I'll be honest. I think all games do this, and you never, it's just whatever. Do it. As long as you're not doing it to take away my family members, then whatever. Regular rep meeting. I'm just not sure this is possible or important because Evony just, until they actually show they're willing to change, I don't see a point. Battlefield lag, to me, that's very important, especially in the All-Star or Shalon Team All-Star events. Like, people basically play to dominate your event and then brag about how good they are against other people who pay money. And then when you make that Battlefield, that All-Star Championship unplayable, why spend, right? So then you can add your own, and this is where it gets fun. So someone wants a troop cap limit per keep level. So for example, if you're K25, you could only have 5 million of every tier. So basically this would be an attack at T1 troops. I've heard this talked about before. It's not. I don't know. Hey, I'm not going to shoot down anybody's idea, but it would really hurt the free-to-play players. Then we got make all aspects of the game accessible through effort and grind. No buffs, etc. should be solely behind a paywall. So this is how Evony used to be, basically. But it was really hard to get rune stones. So you couldn't spec up your generals if you didn't spend money. And you couldn't refine them if you didn't spend money. It was really hard to get them. And that was kind of the paywall. Like, you got things, it was just slow. And you couldn't catch up. Like, I remember not paying much. It took me like a year, and I had one full-spec general. Now, you could be a free-to-play and get full-spec generals every couple months. More opportunities to get dragon eggs. Not sure that they're going to do any of that stuff because dragon eggs is one of their sacred things. Like, you got to pay. Even the ones they do release, you got to pay. They never give the good ones. Focus of the game should be about skill and strategy. Now it's just wallet size. Organize a call with coin strike leaders. Alts. Higher monster spawning rate. Make packages more. Give us selection of alliances to choose for Battlefield with same sign-up power. I like that. I like some sort of league system. Like, hey, these are the 20 possible teams you might play based on your alliance gift or your team VIP total, that sort of stuff. So you have some sort of idea. Make it like a league, like you play the same people all the time. The big people have that, right? Like when I was in NEF, we would play the same 3 alliances all the time. And it was actually kind of fun because it was like, okay, we're attacking this guy first, this guy, and you'd have your plan, right? And then once in a while, the enemy would change it up. It'd be like, oh, and then you would have to adapt next time you played them because they did a little trick that you weren't ready for. And then Make it so all-star spots aren't being taken by tiny keeps who qualified on buildings. I'm going to assume that last thing was. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like, that's part of the grind. Like, they figured out a way. I'm okay with small keeps making it. I actually would rather have something like, I don't like seeing certain alliances having like 15 people, because I know that like their like ninth to 20th player, they're probably not as worthy or as good a city as some other people who miss out, but it's just because they're on an alliance that wins 4 times and they get to hold buildings, they get to take turns, that sort of stuff. When you're winning, it's very easy to dictate the points that are going on. But something like that, maybe like get rid of the 60%. The 60% thing, it's good in a way, but it also has a lot of negative connotations to it. Like there's good people who just lose often, and it's not their fault. And then they get hindered with not making certain events or getting 1 to 3 and that sort of stuff. So I think that needs to be revisited. It works a little bit, but it needs to be fixed, just adjusted a little bit. Review server merge criteria and frequency. Last merge generated super alliances. I'm not sure which ones it generated super alliances. I did hear of one. Maybe it was on like C5 or so where it did do some stuff. But server merges are weird. Like my server, we haven't coined in a while. We're not a very elite server. We're pretty good. Like we made top 64 for Echelon, so that's a big step for us. First time ever doing that. But it's because we merged with another server, so that obviously helped. But the 2 servers that they merged together out of us were 2 low coining servers, no K45. So, like, what about the ones that you're talking about that just had a super merge? Maybe both of us could have merged with those ones. Not saying I don't like my merge, just saying what these people are saying. Yeah, like, how do you decide to make super alliances and then merge some other ones together that, they just spend low amounts? So those accounts who have already unlocked 1 to 3, I don't need to read it. I know where that's going. People would like the people who already have achievements to be blanked out, and then 200 brand new people get the rewards. Package prices, all of the above. Make items in packs, the same for all servers. Yes, I like that. My server did not have any of the military tactic stuff for the first event either. Any general older than a year, tavern, good. Easier way to get stamina. Military tactic scrolls available in bosses, Aglopi 2. Increase what's in packages or introduce 5 times coupons. Remove the restrictions of assistant generals so we can add gear and dragons to them. All-star elite and junior groups to have same rewards as major leagues. Make it fair. Yeah, like there has to be some sort of competitiveness to the game, but yeah. Server migration teleport, added by me. Upgrade all Wheel of Fortune prizes, added by me. More 12th sub availability, and me as well. I just kind of wanted to add some things, like just whatever. Why not? We got 50 other suggestions. Put some other stuff down. But those are things that I would like to see. Server merger, or server teleports, yeah, why don't you have them? Like, people basically already do it when they quit and buy a keep on another server. So there's 5 alliances who hoard all the big coiners and talent, and then it makes for unbalanced playing field. So why not let all the other K45s or K44s say, let's make our own alliance just like this. So never know what they'll think about it. Create grouping in back office between parent and teen child accounts. ID authenticate family accounts. Give server king more control. Ability to enact a server nap. Make cost accounts unable to bubble. So I guess the king would be able to make it so no one has an attack button like that server we played in SVS last time. And then he could also say, you are not allowed to have a bubble because you deserve punishment. That would be very interesting stuff. Add 100% general survival rate on beasts. And that's pretty much it. So let me know what you guys think about all that stuff. it sounds like this dev meeting is just going to be a big cluster F, and lots of stuff's going to get talked about and nothing's going to get solved. That's really what it seems like with all those questions and comments. But let's see what happens. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.